Yo, good morning, Grand Rising Kings and Queens. You're listening to HL in the AM on Oak 93.5 WRLYLP Raleigh. As you can see, I'm solo dolo in the lab today. My boy P's gonna be here any minute. You know how it is in the morning. Sometimes you're just running a little late. But we're gonna keep this show going for y'all this morning. I've been seeing a lot of news that we're gonna have to, take a look at, man. Number one, I don't know if y'all remember being in middle school, high school, you sit at your table. I'm talking to the fellas here. We sitting at the table and we talking about who our wives are. Some cats would be like Mariah Carey. Me, I was 1993 Tony Braxton. Young M.A. looked up and said, I got Halle Berry. And we all looked at young M.A. like she was stupid. You ain't getting Halle Berry. You're a girl. Well, guess what? Young M.A. done pulled Halle Berry. How is that even possible? I thought she was strictly... But anyway, the young rapper was seen hugged up with Halle Berry, arm around her and everything. And guess what Halle Berry had to say? That's my baby. Now, women, y'all could say that in terms of friends, but the word out and the word on the street right now is that young M.A. is about to wife up the one and only Halle Berry, arguably one of the baddest chicks to ever step on the silver screen. So I'm not jealous. I'm not hating. I'm proud of him. Young M.A., you a real one. I gotta give you all the props on that one, because you bagged Halle Mother Berry. Like, how, kudos, young M.A. I just don't know if you could deal with it, because from what I understand, Halle Berry is a lot to deal with. But maybe this whole time she needed a woman that was, more in tune with her emotional and can provide her the emotional support that she needs. Because y'all look good together, bruh. And keep up the good work. Because luckily Halle Berry wasn't ever on my list. I always thought she was cute, but like I said, it was all about 1993 Tony Braxton. Now, last month, New Jersey rap star Fetty Wap was arrested by the FBI in New York at the Rolling Loud Festival after being indicted on federal drug charges, including the distribution of heroin, fentanyl, and cocaine. Wap, whose real name is Willie Maxwell Jr., I never would have guessed that. Willie Maxwell, all right, that's like a dude that fixes alternators. Hey, you're taking down to Willie Maxwell house. Let him take a look at it. But anyway, him and 5 other New Jersey men were all accused of distributing at least 100 kilos of cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl. So we know why the last song he made that was worth a damn was Trap Queen, because he was trapping. And I'm proud of him, but still, you can't get caught, bro. You can't get caught. And the FBI recently released images taken of the drugs and money seized. Bags of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl. They were also $1.5 million in cash. $1.5 million. You had enough money to get out, go to a country with no extradition, and live happily ever after. But nah. Now, he was just released on a $500,000 bond, which brings the total up to $2 million he had liquid, where he could have just skipped town. I don't get these rappers these days. They don't seem to be smart businessmen, but you already had $1.5 million and enough drugs to have the baddest party in Tokyo. Why the hell were you still here trying to go to a music festival? But to each his own. But Fetty Wap, that was dumb. That was real dumb. Now, as y'all know, the gas prices are going up, but soon they'll be going down. The average price of gas right now is around $3.31 a gallon. Now that the price of oil is falling below $80 a barrel, you should start to see the gases go down 25 to 40 cents over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully we can get down below $3 again, because everybody knows Joe Biden is messing the game up. But in reality, it's not the gas prices. It's not Joe Biden's fault. Y'all remember when we kept getting those stimulus packages, right? Those little free $1,500, $1,200, and they got the little $800 per kid thing going on now. Those stimulus packages is a contributor, because there's no such thing as free money. but there will be inflation, and that inflation is a result of them stimulus packages coming out. But on the good news, hopefully by this weekend, early next week, we will be back to some semi-decent gas prices. Now, I know a lot of people have heard about Travis Scott. Travis Scott is, the rapper producer who was on stage at the Astroworld Festival, and they say at least 8 people. That's how they always try to make things seem bigger than it is. 8 people died, not at least 8 people, but 8 people died during a crowd surge. What a crowd surge is, for those who don't know, let's say you're in the front row, the absolute front, and you're pressed up against the gate, right? And then everybody behind you, because, normally when you go to a decent concert, there are thousands of people behind you. And they started moving forward, and the people in the very front got crushed. Now, everybody's talking about how Travis Scott should be held accountable. And I beg to differ. Because let's keep it a band, y'all. Travis Scott was on stage performing. Had nothing to do with the actual crowd. And once the crowd surge happened, he stopped performing immediately and said, yo, get down there and help them. People are getting crushed. He said that on stage to provide assistance. So how is he going to be held responsible for some stuff that people did? The people that attended his concert caused the crowd surge that took the lives of 8 people by crushing them under, the stampede, basically. So Travis Scott, he's trying to keep it a buck, but he's truly remorseful. He says, I'm honestly just devastated. We're actually working right now to identify the family so we can help assist them through this tough time. Sounds like a straight up guy to me. Our hearts are with the Astroworld Festival family tonight, especially those who lost their loved ones. Astroworld organizers said in a statement Saturday, we are focused on supporting local officials however we can. So it seems like that was enough, but nah, people are starting to pull him out of festivals left and right. The first is the Day in Music Festival in Las Vegas that are pulling him from the performance, saying that he will not perform that night or perform in that festival. But they're not using the Astroworld tragedy to justify him not being able to end up paying for funerals. But they're not using the Astroworld tragedy to justify him not performing. No, now they're saying that the people at this festival were taking drugs, and that the people that were taking drugs caused it, so he should be held liable. What? That doesn't make any... It's like every time a brother gets in any hot water, they try to boil that mug. And it seems kind of stupid that they're trying to say that people being high on drugs is a legit concern why he can't perform at the Day and Night Music Festival. So keep your eyes out, man, on what they're going to do to Travis Scott soon, because right now they're trying to get him with a bunch of drug charges that he didn't even sell, dispense, possess, or none of that. Just because some people were high on fentanyl and tried to rush the stage and took some people out, it's Travis Scott's fault. I'm not even a Travis Scott fan, but still, wrong is wrong. Now, I am a Marvel fan, and I don't know if y'all saw the Eternals, but it smashed the box office with $71 million opening weekend. That makes it the highest grossing film of the year. Basically, you had Black Widow that made... Oh, actually, no, it's not the highest grossing film of the year, because Black Widow made $80 million and Shang-Chi made $75 million. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it, but I kind of don't want to see it because everybody's saying that it's a lot like a wannabe Justice League. I don't know if you've seen it. Tell me what you think. Tell us in the chat what's your opinion on the Marvel Eternals movie. So while we wait for P to get here, and as I go over some more news, I got some jams for y'all this morning. I got some Outkast, some Mobb Deep, some Notorious B.I.G. Y'all keep it locked. Yo, finally, P is back in the building. What's good, P?
With the eggs and grits between. What's happening, baby? What's up?
That's why you late, because you eating eggs and grits. You got a show to do when you out there and you chowing down at some some random bras.
I had to start. Listen, man, one of my randoms, man, she wanted to cook eggs and grits this morning, man, and you know I couldn't resist. You know what I'm saying? So I had to eat, and I said, HL, look, I need about 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes became 15, 15 became 25 and 30.
All right, man. Don't get the bubble guts up in here.
I already got them. Matter of fact, hold on a second. I'll be right back for a second. Well, I see Simo in the chat.
Yeah, we're not even gonna talk with him today. Nah.
You,
last time you called us idiots, man. We cool on you, bro. Ain't nobody don't have no philosophical conversation, no political conversation with you when you want to sit here and throw out insults, man. Take your ass on.
You made me act all out of character, man.
We're trying to be nice and polite.
We're trying to be nice, man. Yo,
had us drop off. See, there you go, man. We're not gonna throw insults. We're gonna be bitter. We're gonna be bigger men. We're already bigger men.
Eat kangaroo from
sandwiches. Stop, B. Stop.
We used to have mayonnaise sandwiches. They had kangaroo sandwiches.
Stop, B. Yo, so school leaders in Cumberland County.
Talking about he ain't got no food stamps in Australia. No, he got food stamps. No, he got food stamps.
Yo, P, chill.
All right.
So Cumberland.
What's up with the buses?
You came in
on the short
you
bus.
Came in, you came in already on 100, man.
Hot, man. You know what I'm saying?
Calm down, P.
Simo on the short. Speaking of buses, Simo on the short bus.
Man, all
right, go ahead. Man.
Yo, so what was I gonna say? Oh, the school bus strike. So like a couple of weeks ago, Wake County was like on this whole school bus driver strike. Remember that? It was like last week before last. So now Cumberland County are starting to tell their parents, you better have some alternate plans to get your kids to school, because these cats right here are talking about going on strike. And that's like a third of 47,000. That's like roughly around 18 to 19,000 students will be stuck without a ride to school if these buses. And the thing is, like, I'm starting to see a trend here that the most essential, most needed professions, like ones that we take, for granted.
Ones we take for granted. You know what I'm
saying? And they are like we take them for granted, whatever. And they're the underpaid, the least paid, the lowest paid people in the workforce.
Absolutely. And look, and even on the funny side, how many of us used to pick on our bus drivers?
I did. I got kicked off the bus all the time for saying
down. And then if she couldn't joke back with the funny dude, she pick on you for laughing. And that's what I would get in trouble for, laughing at the joke.
Oh, I was the funny dude.
About her.
I remember one time, bro, I was in the 4th grade, right? We on the bus. Hey, it's quiet. I mean, you can hear a pin drop, because she told us, she'd yell back, y'all be quiet. Anybody else talk, I'm throwing them off the bus, right?
Exactly.
So my fat ass stood up and said, Miss Nancy mad because she wear Hanes.
I would have got kicked off with you.
The whole bus.
Stevens, why you still laughing? Because I'm not the friend you look at when it's time to stop laughing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that. No.
I'm not the person you tell don't say nothing else, because like there's this like little kick in me, right? So if you say don't say nothing else, I'm going to say something else, and I can't stop it.
Flabbergasted. I'm saying something, right?
I'm saying something. I am saying something, bro. But yeah, the thing is though, like now the bus drivers recently received a $1,000 bonus from the district. But come on, what's a G? I mean, honestly, because my rent's more than a G.
We just went through this with the government. You know what I'm saying? They gave us what, 1,000 and 600, then 1,000 and 2,000, and people still wasn't trying to go back to work. You know what I mean? So that's not an incentive to work. You got to make this enticing to show that it's special. Or this actually brings up a different point about if our taxes pay for the schools in our district, we should also have a say-so on how much people get paid. Like, I bet.
Well, you do, man. Go to the budget meetings.
No. But see,
like you can go to the budget meetings, we just don't. But that's the thing.
Also, the people we put on the city council and all that too, right?
Yeah, but you still have a say-so. That's what I'm saying. You do have a say-so, so you can't say you don't have a say-so.
Somewhat, because them people still have to vote
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that stuff can go left.
But make your voice heard.
I've seen it go left.
But the thing is, you said we don't have a say-so. I have to correct you. We do have a say-so. We just don't exercise it.
No. I mean a direct say-so in, okay, if it came down to an email, hey, listen, do we pay, hey, we about to bump everybody to $20 an hour. Or you can find another way to bring a kid to school. Click here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, even more direct. Like, if you knew it was
now we're going to get a bill in the mail?
It's already, we already paying
taxes. You going to email me a bill, nigga?
We already paying taxes. I'm just talking about a direct change.
Let me tell you what would happen. Number one, I believe that instead of people who have kids paying less taxes, they should be paying more. Because I don't have kids, so anything that I'm paying should not go to the public school system.
Exactly. I see what you mean. I can see what you mean. I can see what you mean.
So number one, I'm thinking like these $10,000 refund checks that a lot of these people are getting because they have kids need to go to the schools.
Okay. The whole thing?
I mean, they can get a couple G's, but I mean, the school needs, like, you got bus drivers right now fighting for not being able to work, and they're not able to support themselves even though they're working.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, where we're doing this huge, like every year, you know, people $8,000-9,000 tax refunds, but we don't have bus drivers.
Right.
And these are the ones with the kids.
Right. Okay.
So basically speaking, the people with the kids aren't paying taxes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
We are, though.
And you're absolutely right. And I think that, because on a state level, they're getting money back.
They get money back.
Right. So we're not even talking about $8,000.
Like for example,
that's federal money.
Right. Let's we could deep dive. Let's say, for example, a parent, right? Let's say they're working at McDonald's, right? They might, like in their paycheck, they might make $230 a week, right? So taxes coming out of that might be $30 a week, right? So if you're getting $30 a week at 52 weeks in a year, that's like what, $156, right? So that $156 is all you're paying into the system. That's all they took out of your check was $156. But you get an $8,000 refund come January, even though you only paid $156.
Yeah, it's lopsided.
So that means that means that the money that I'm paying. The money that I'm paying is not going to schools. It's not going to hospitals. It's not even going to fund the military. My money that I'm paying in taxes is literally going into the pockets of another person.
Right.
Another citizen.
And also, with that, because there are other things that happen in the school districts. Like, you can even boil it down, even the coaching. It's some states that can pay coaches $80,000-90,000 a year just to coach football.
But you know why? Those coaches are selling $80,000-90,000 worth of tickets.
Absolutely, and they got alumni, got boosters, they got alumni.
It's all about the money you generate, and I think we're forgetting about the money that you generate becoming a factor.
And that's got to be priority. But even though you live, this is what I'm going to say about the whole neighborhood situation. You don't want a bad school in your neighborhood, even though you don't have kids to go to.
I don't care.
But no. What I'm saying is, if your taxes on your house, your rent, your real estate tax pays for the school. You know what I'm saying, and what it looks like. Because I've lived in a PUD, like a planned urban development, where the school was like literally up the street. My kids 2 blocks and they're at school.
They need the bus driver.
Exactly, and those work. You know what I'm saying? They work, and it's like, but you don't see a lot more of them.
The problem with those is that people that stay outside their district will finagle the system so they can send their schools there, and then their money is not going into that school system. So it's like the thing is, you know what I mean? Like, for example, you stay in your area, right?
Right.
And then someone stays in a school with an area with a bad school system, right? So instead of sending their kids to that school, they might use an auntie or cousin's address and get their kid registered in your school district. Yeah. However, their parents aren't sending money with that kid. They're just sending that kid.
They're just sending the kid. I don't think that's as big of a problem as the other thing you presented about the taxes, like where most of the people that use the public school system their money's not going anywhere near into the school.
Right.
Okay, so that money's coming from somewhere else.
Me, nigga, it's coming from me.
And it's not going to the teachers. It's not going to equipment. We know schools that still have deficiencies here and there. You know what I'm saying?
I know
it's
a
not
kid
going to
still,
food.
I know a school right
It's
this
not going
second
to the bus driver
that still has that projector with the 2 wheels on it. There's a school now.
Yes, I bet.
That's still playing them old ass movies. Remember them old ass movies with the reels on?
Yes.
They still got them.
And they still making people sign it out from the library like, hey.
Like who got a projector at home?
Like
nah, you know what's worse? They still got they still got VCRs, bro. They still playing tapes. They ain't got there's some schools without DVD players cost $19.99. You telling me that we can't get these schools DVD players?
Right.
I've
seen it. I've seen it. But I think there's also waste in other places too. You know what I'm saying? There's things that money is being spent on that may not need it. You know what I'm saying? Like new this, new that, you know, uniforms and all kinds of stuff. Like, listen, I want the kids to look great when they play too. But does a basketball team need 8 uniforms? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends upon where that money is coming from that's paying for those uniforms.
Well, that's true.
That's true. Like for example, if the boosters are buying them uniforms, let the kids have new uniforms. However, if I'm paying for the uniforms, y'all straight with what y'all wore last year.
Exactly. But and that actually goes back to my first point. So we talk about the boosters, and the boosters usually decide where that money goes. So if they have a car wash or a bake sale and they raise $3,000, they can say, "Hey, this is the money for the new uniforms." That you see what I'm saying? So,
but you know, schools override that.
In the same vein, there should be a way that we can circumvent when an action like this comes. Like, oh, we're in danger of the bus drivers being on strike. Okay, well, we paid this much in tax. It's $50,000 in there somewhere. Let's give that to the bus. Let's reapply that and give that to the bus driver.
The principal can reallocate funds no matter what. For example, if you have a discretionary fund for the basketball team and their uniforms,
right?
The principal can be like, "Oh, we got $3,000. Yeah, let's use that elsewhere." I mean, you can do that. Principals can reallocate the budget, even when it comes down to bake sales and fundraisers.
Well,
because, like, it was an example. I forgot, it was some Vance school, Vance something high school, saved up enough money for a jumbotron for their football team. On their field.
Money from the school.
Yeah, no, money that they build up themselves. They fundraised, and it took them like 8, 9, 10 years, something like. It took them a long time to come with that money for that jumbotron. But the school was in a financial crisis, and they needed to pay teachers. They needed to, I think they needed new buses. There was a bunch of stuff they needed. And they took, it was like $80,000 they came up with for the jumbotron. They took all 80 G's of it. And allocated it for other programs in the school. So that's what I'm saying. That is a possibility. It is. And the thing is, people don't understand, like, especially when it goes to college, and they talking about how much money you make for the school as a student athlete, and it's true. But you got to understand, as a student athlete, and if you win a bowl game, like when you look at it from outside. How much money? How many kids can go to school because you scored those 5 touchdowns?
That's true.
But we don't give credit to them for coming up with the money to send all these kids to school.
You gotta give credit.
Like for example, a good thing would do, if you can't pay these college students, if you got a dude that came in and scored 4 or 5 touchdowns, name a scholarship after him. You're using the money that he made.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Call it the Cordell Stewart Scholarship Fund.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna start happening though. It's gonna be a fee. Just like it is a fee for laptop usage and stuff like that. Like if I know some schools that charge a $50 fee, your kid is in 8th grade this year, 8th graders get laptops, it's $50. Or your kid don't get one.
Right.
And you get it back at the end of the year when the laptop come back. You see what I'm saying? And so they got this money in the account, of course, building interest because it's going to be in there for 7 8 months. There's going to be a fee for if they continue to have problems with the bus driver stuff. It's going to be a fee. Trust me.
To ride the bus.
It's going to be $100, $50.
You're going to Uber to school. like let me tell you this.
The
day that they have to pay like teachers. I mean, I'm sorry.
If you need transportation, if you need school bus transportation,
the day parents have to pay for transporting their kids to school, oh, you're going to see a bad day.
I'm telling you.
Because
I'm telling you what's coming, bro.
Yo, I see it. I could actually understand it. But don't forget what we do have. as far as supplemental income, that is now starting to show fruition.
Right.
Is the education lottery. Now the education lottery, like for example, I'm just going to talk about Wayne County because this is that's where I was the most of the time, right? In Wayne County, since the education lottery system started in 2005, 3 new schools. I mean, brand new, quality, state of the art schools. Every school that I've seen in the county, except for like 2, has brand new gyms.
Right.
If they don't have a brand new school, they have a brand new gym. Like the kids, they're eating off of this education lottery, and it took so long to finally see it, but now you're starting to see that. So there is money, and that's why like Teron brought up that Biden had $1 billion plan, but none of it went into education. That's because I think 38 out of the 50 schools systems are part of an education lottery system that is giving them more money than tax dollars ever could.
Yeah.
So we do have that benefit.
Right.
However, they're not using that money wisely.
They're not. I think it needs to be more. You have what do you call it? The folks that come in and do. They have Sigma 6. They can come in and do the waste. They can actually analyze your business and come in. They need to have people like that on staff, like a person that says, no, you cannot do this, because like they can really go back in the budget and look at where they wasted money. And this school had the lights on all daggone night. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Because I've seen waste like that too.
Because you're a teacher.
I've seen lights on a football field with nobody there. And the light just on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that's a bill somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just running it up. So little stuff like that where, but I'm telling you, just like the COVID vaccine and everybody, they're trying to make it mandatory for people to even work and have to have that vaccine. It's going to be a charge for it pretty soon.
And I'm going to tell you, that COVID vaccine thing is a first world problem. I ain't never seen it.
Yeah.
There are countries right now that have people fighting each other and killing each other to get the COVID vaccine, and we're talking about, no, I'm not getting it.
Right. And it's free right now.
It's free for us.
It's going wait till there's a fee, and wait till you got to have it, just like it's on there. Have you been convicted of a felony? And you got to answer the question yes or no. And if it's a yes, you got to put details. It's going to be a question on there. Have you been vaccinated? Date, and you know what I'm saying. It's coming.
Do you think a vaccine should be a condition for employment?
No, of course not. But I think it's coming just because of how I'm hearing more and more people in the street, bro. Man, my job making me get. You know what I'm saying. The biggest companies in North Carolina.
Rodgers. Look at Kyrie and Aaron Rodgers.
UNC, Duke, Blue Cross Blue Shield. You know, I'm calling them out because your employees complaining already. I'm calling you out. And it's like Delta. But I'm just talking about in North Carolina. These are big companies like Durham's big in the tobacco industry. Like most of the people in Durham have people that work for tobacco. Just imagine that entire industry telling you that you gotta have something or you can't not work here. Like that's shaking people up right now because people's like, man, I make $80,000 a year. You mean you just gonna kill my job if I don't get this vaccine? And that's what one girl said to me. She was like, Paul, I done worked for this company for 17 years. And then built it. I started with this company making $15 an hour. Now I'm on salary and I got people under me and they telling me I gotta have this vaccine or it's call it quits. Like go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It'd be like that. So we got some jams to play, but Paul, I have a question for you when we come back. Y'all keep it locked. Thank you, Mr. White Man. Yo, P. So I have a question.
What's up with the
what
white
up?
homie,
I gotta
man?
say, what up, Aisha? She gonna call you her baby daddy.
Oh yeah,
you knocked up Aisha.
I tried. You know what I'm saying?
You tried.
I tried.
Look like you were successful.
She kept moving.
When's the baby due? That's what I want to know.
Oh no! I'm shooting blanks.
You shouldn't.
Well, at least that's what I tell myself. All right, go ahead. What's the question?
Well, all right. So yesterday, right, me and Ashley were talking, right? And I asked her a question.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask you the same question.
Yep.
What would you do if you woke up tomorrow with a penis?
Well, since I do,
I'm joking.
Since I will,
I'm joking.
I think I can best answer this question.
Well, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow as a woman?
What would I do?
As a woman, yeah. What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and you are full-fledged, and not even just a woman, you a baddie? You're not even the BBW. You like a regular size, cause you a huge dude. So you a regular size
I was
woman.
like one, I would go get like 4 degrees and get like some job making $250 a year, cause that's what they doing now, and just like be ghosting dudes all day. I would play games like straight up.
I'm dead serious. What I do, I take a bunch of sexy photos, and I be on Plenty of Fish or something like that, getting everybody to pay my light bill.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that would be me. I would, at least for the first 3 months. Like I would have. So yeah. Dudes would be paying taxes over.
Yeah.
Like,
not even getting ain't no, cause I'll be a lesbian. Like I would take like 8 showers a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would definitely stock up on zucchinis and cucumbers. Mm-hmm. I got to see what that's like, and then like I trick out with like some bad chick, like, cause it's easier for a woman to pull a woman than it is for a dude to pull a woman.
That is true.
So I'll be out there in them streets for real.
Yeah, I wouldn't be trying to get humped on though. You know what I'm saying?
Not by no dude, but by women.
Like if I'm gonna stay in mind or my mind change everything.
You're you.
If I'm me,
you just walk up.
I'm not messing with no dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You ain't.
I will stick a cucumber up there though, just to see what it feels like. But other than that, I would stick. I'll stick a cucumber up there. I'd have to know what that.
You gotta put it in the microwave first, man. I've tried that before. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta put it in the microwave first. You gotta warm it up.
In the microwave first. Man.
You might get frostbite.
No. The woman likes it better. Never mind. All right, so
it's better off warm. Wait, you put me on game, P. Now, what do you do with the cucumber after you put it in the microwave? You got to cool it off. You got to blow on it first.
Well, no, it's usually cool. It's in the fridge in produce section. Listen, man, Stevie J, man. Stevie J got married. Divorced. No, go ahead.
But you know what? One thing I did want to talk about, man. Will Smith,
man.
Will Smith. Cause he got this movie coming out about King Richard.
Yeah.
That I'm ready to see. Right. But they are roasted and flaming this dude. Like this is a prime example of what women say when they say you chose the wrong woman, I guess.
Yeah. That's the woman he wanted. I don't know if she wanted him as much as he wanted her.
This is the thing that's getting me.
And that's the problem I got.
Will Smith is by definition a handsome millionaire, right? And he can't
almost. Yeah, he closing in on them Jay-Z money.
Yeah. But right now he's a handsome millionaire. Got some millions, right? Okay. And he can't even keep his woman happy.
Yeah. But if that's not the woman you're supposed to be with, period. Like if that's a good, that was a good wife choice. If you had to pick one out of the litter and say, I want to wife her and make some kids with her, boom. Now,
well, I don't know. Look how they raise their kids. Their kids is all jacked up too.
Well, but they millionaires too. And in this world we living in now, if we flip the game up and money is not an objective, then we can talk about what issues they got. But as long as we living in the United States of America in this world, then money is, and that's one of the biggest things that's on the list, and usually that defines how successful you are to other people around you, even though you could be going batch crazy in your head, you know what I'm saying?
And this is the crazy thing, because up until this whole debacle with Will and Jaden and her blabbing about how Will ain't keeping her happy or whatever,
right.
I was under the impression that all it took was 2 things to get a woman to keep a woman.
Right.
Money and abs. He got both. Yeah, his woman's unsatisfied.
Exactly. And that's the thing. We not airing that stuff. I don't care how big a celebrity I get, and this is for, hey, baby, if you're listening, I'm talking to us and whoever. If you're dating, I don't care how big we get. I'm not airing my stuff on, you know what I'm saying? It's only so much that's going to go in the public eye. I'm going to be like a Queen Latifah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we knew she was gay, but we ain't know she was gay. You know what I mean? We knew. No, you know what I'm saying?
We had an idea.
We had an idea.
The way she was sucking on that girl's thigh on Set It Off.
The way, it was like, okay.
Yeah, she gay.
But we
ain't had no proof. It's still Khadijah.
Right. Like if we'd have rolled up on her in the club, I would still holler. Like after that movie. I
definitely would have hollered at Queen Latifah back in the day.
Exactly.
Queen Latifah was a fine. Like she was the first BBW. She was like the first BBW.
That would not have stopped you.
Uh-huh.
But you didn't know about all that. Now that you know, we shaking hands and it's all love and what y'all want to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But nobody knew that. Like you on Red Table Talk. Now some people was mad at Jada because she aired it out.
Everybody should be mad at Jada.
But you're on a show that's supposed to air out stuff. If something was gonna come out, if that was in her head, because that's how she gets through to her guests. She airs her stuff while they airing their stuff, and it makes them air their stuff more, and it makes a show. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she made Will look kind of bad, man.
Very bad. That's one of the old school black people principles when it comes to marriage. You don't air your husband or wife out. You don't do that.
Keep these cats up out my business.
You don't do that.
And you heard about Young M.A., right?
Nah.
She pulled Halle Berry. I talked about it earlier in the show.
She pulled Halle Berry?
Halle Berry. Young M.A. don't pull Halle Berry.
You know, she like them gang members now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what's up.
Yo, but I don't know if you I'm trying to think, what was it I was gonna ask you about?
What we got?
I'm looking for it. Oh yeah, the Lakers, man.
Man, they beat my squad the other day, man, by 2 points, man. Beat Charlotte last night by 2 points.
Charlotte. We talking about Charlotte, man.
Yeah, we need some help.
The Lakers barely beat Charlotte.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah, the Lakers not.
Now this is my squad now, so be easy.
They're 6-5. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like I thought I was looking for some greatness. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for them old men jumpers. You know what I'm saying? Where you can't stop one dude. Like, you know, that old dude in the gym, and he just hit like 30 points on everybody. I was looking for that all over the court, but it's just that Anthony Davis hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, he got a stomach virus, so it's not like
he always got something. I'm telling you.
He's fragile. And he need to get a tattoo to say fragile on his back. Yeah.
He is fragile.
But think about it like this. You knew Anthony Davis was fragile. Remember how small he was when he came in? Mm-hmm. He got a little bit bigger, but you can't just throw a lot of weight onto that small frame. Because the frame doesn't grow. Just the muscles around the frame grows. Right. So, like...
If you don't work it out... Now, I don't know who his trainer is, but if you don't work it out, it's not going to last long, bro. Yeah. Them ankles will give, knees give, you know what I'm saying?
And then he hit that growth spurt, too.
Yeah. So, you're still trying to catch up with that. You never know. And that's the thing. It's like, there's still got to be some cohesion. You can take 5 no superstars with some cohesion and be successful and make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I mean... Most of the teams last year that made the playoffs didn't have 5, 6 superstars on the team. You know what I'm saying? It was a team. Probably had a good point guard, a good center, and it was a good team. You know what I'm saying? I look at the Atlanta Hawks did that. You know, they had Trae Young and they had Capella, but everybody else was kind of role playing, right? Everybody else was kind of doing their thing, and they went to the semifinals. You know what I'm saying? Right. They almost took down So I mean, listen, man, it's one of them things where it's like this whole getting people to play with you and stuff like that. If Russ wasn't brought in, y'all shouldn't have brought him in. How about that?
Shouldn't have. I'm like this, bro. I think after the All-Star break, you'll see a new Laker team. It just sucks because like we right now, man, everybody getting on us, man, and rightfully so because we taking L's, we taking unnecessary L's. Yeah, and who hasn't beat us yet?
And the thing about it is, it's like you got to be careful with that because you can find yourself after the All-Star game out of contention.
Yeah,
because the older they are the oldest team, the oldest starters in the league. So if you mess around and end up at y'all 500 going into the All-Star break, it's going to be hard to pull out 30 more wins, you know what I'm saying, before it's all said and done, trying to get the 8th seed. To get, you hear what I'm saying? Or to get a play-in seed.
And if you get that 8th seed, that means you got to go up against number 1.
Man, you got to play in, you got to 8. You got to travel all the time. Like, it's
hard.
All of that's going to wear on you, bro.
Right.
All of that's going to wear on you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then another thing that I wanted to talk to you about, because you're my sports guy, is Scottie Pippen.
What he do? What he did, man?
So Scottie Pippen has been voicing his opinion about the Last Dance documentary. I know you've seen the Last Dance documentary.
Okay, I haven't seen his opinion, though. Yeah, I saw the documentary.
So Scottie Pippen went on to say, and this is a quote.
All right.
Wait, let me go to it.
Hit me with that acrobatic pass.
All right.
Flashy
so he
pass.
said that the Last Dance glorified Michael Jordan while not giving nearly enough praise to me and my proud teammates. That's one quote that Pippen said. All right. Then he said he was initially excited about the documentary, but his opinion changed when they saw the second episode, which focused on his difficult upbringing and unlikely path to the NBA. The narrative then returned to Michael Jordan and his determination to win. He was like, they wrote like I was nothing more than a prop. His best teammate of all time, he called me, but I couldn't be. But he couldn't have been more condescending than that. Like he said, he was the best teammate of all time, but he said it still sounded condescending. Then he said he felt that he was disrespected by the Bulls organization after retiring from the league. He even mentioned in detail that while Jordan earned $10 million from the Last Dance documentaries, him and his teammates didn't get a single penny. Go ahead.
Now, I'm gonna give you a simple one.
Ben Simmons is Australian. I'll answer that question.
I'm gonna give you a simple. Oh wow. We got chat questions. This is your show. You understand what I'm saying? I'm happy to be here. I'm gonna support you to the end of the wall. But it's not the Paul Stevens show. And if I want a show, I have to find a way to get my own damn show. But right now, this is HL Boney, and that's who we bigging up. So when I share it on social media, it's HL Boney. When I talk about it, or if somebody interviewed me the other day, it's HL Boney. You know what I'm saying? And AM. So it was about Michael Jordan.
It was about the team.
It wasn't about come on, bro. Come on, bro.
It was about the team.
Come on, bro.
Last season
and
together.
Did you see the team in the room?
Nah.
Okay. It was about Michael Jordan. That was not going to sell. We need people to watch it. That was not going to sell tickets.
Scottie Pippen wasn't going to sell no views.
Scottie Pippen not selling.
Ain't nobody coming
tickets,
to see him,
man.
Otis?
No, man. and Steve Kerr, he know what he good at, coaching. Like
he ain't even that good of a coach.
He got rings.
You know why?
He was a role player.
I'm gonna say this.
He not selling
unpopular
tickets.
opinion. Those rings Steve Kerr got should have been Mark Jackson's.
Why do you say that?
Because Mark Jackson put that team together and then got fired.
Oh, you mean with
and
Golden
then
State?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about with the Bulls. I'm talking about player rings.
Oh, all right. As a player, Steve Kerr was overrated as a motherfucker. I'm sorry.
Well. Okay.
As a player,
I don't think it was over. I think he was one of them sharpshooter.
As a player,
dudes.
Steve Kerr.
Check.
Yeah, there we go. Steve Kerr was not good at all. He hit down like 3 shots.
Steve was the Steph Curry of that time.
No,
he was
wasn't.
The one that came in the game.
Steve Curry was,
and you needed to spot up shoot. He
Steve
wasn't taking
Kerr
nobody off
was
the dribble.
definitely not no Steph Curry.
No. He was the person that we looked the Steph Curry to be.
Reggie Miller was a better shooter than Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller was the Steve Kerr at the time.
Not arguing with that. But Steve Kerr was coming off the bench. Reggie was a starter.
Yeah, he was a bench warmer.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr was white.
Let's
keep it 100.
Coming off the bench, shooting threes. That's what we need. Like, if we down by 10, hey, Steve, come in the game, play 2 minutes, shoot 8 threes.
And miss 7.
Hit.
And
we
miss
need
7.
You to hit 4 of them.
Man,
that was the expectation.
I've seen Steve. Okay, though, this is the thing. I watched a lot of basketball in the 90s. I probably watched every Bulls game on WGN Chicago. You know, the WGN station on cable. I watched every Bulls game.
Yep.
Right? Steve Kerr was trash. He had no defense. He had no left hand.
Yeah,
he had no pull up game.
He had one thing.
He could shoot a spot up open 3, and he was less than 50%, less than 30% from there.
That's it. But at the same time, they not selling tickets. So my point is made. They not selling tickets. Steve Kerr, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. People might look in there to see what he gonna say crazy, but they not. Michael Jordan is the one you want to have an interview with.
So let me ask you a question.
You know what I'm saying?
In Michael Jordan's NBA, right? And I'm not even going to say his whole career. I'm just going to focus on the 6 years that everybody focuses on.
Right.
The 6 years where he went and won every finals that he went into. Those 6 years. We're going to negate the other 7 or 8 years where he was trash, where his teams weren't making it past anything.
Right.
All right. In that time, who was the second best player in the NBA?
At the time?
Mm-hmm. Who was that? Who was a player?
That Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan's out.
Mike.
You can't say Michael. Like we're gonna act like Michael Jordan is roster guard. Like the games used to do. Remember the games you had a roster guard? They never had Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Michael Jordan is roster guard. All right.
Right.
Who is the best player in the NBA?
I'm going back to either Reggie Miller or Karl Malone.
What about Olajuwon?
I mean, he was okay. Olajuwon was a paint beast. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't like
He couldn't bring the ball up the court.
Right. He not going. Yeah, I think Karl Malone had a little bit more of that. Like he had a little bit of point forward, paint beast. You know what I'm saying? He
What
had
about
a nice
Shaq?
little jumper. Shaq couldn't do none of that. He was good in the paint. I'm talking about like
Shaq has been coast to coast.
Best player. Shaq went coast to coast like once, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on.
Hey.
Come on.
But nah, this is a
And
good
nobody
question.
was expecting it. Everybody was like, okay, who you gonna pass to?
Right.
Who you gonna pass to? Oh, boom. You know what I'm saying?
So me at that time, I have to say Grant Hill. Before he got hurt, cause you gotta understand, he ain't really get hurt until after Michael Jordan retired.
He was a
the
ball
second
player.
time.
He was a ball player.
But Grant Hill was to me the best player outside of Michael Jordan. Just my opinion. Just at that time in that 6 year period.
I feel you. Okay. I
You
see what
had
you're
Michael
saying.
Jordan, and you had Grant Hill for 6 years. Not after 6, not
Right.
before 6. But during that period, and it was a real close one because it was for me. It was Grant, Carl, and Reggie.
Right.
Right. But then
You
I had to
talking
negate
about
Reggie,
best player.
no defense.
Yeah, Reggie couldn't. He wasn't a defensive guy.
So he was like, he was like James Harden. And then I was thinking Olajuwon, but he ain't had no small man game, right?
Right.
And then I was like, Grant Hill played a little big, he played a little small. And then my fourth was Scottie Pippen.
But and I
Arguably one of the best players in the NBA, besides Michael Jordan, was Scottie Pippen.
But Scott, you're not okay. I feel you. But Scott, the ball ain't in Scottie's hands at the end of the game.
That's because he
Now,
sat
if you
down and
wanted
acted like a
that-
little chump. Remember that?
He did. Now, if you wanted that, you could have had that. Like when Mike was sitting down, remember they talked about the time when Mike was out or something, and they was looking at Scottie to be like, all right, so now you want to be that guy, step up, and couldn't do it. Right?
He couldn't. He
could not do it.
You could not do it without Mike.
Could not do it.
But could Mike do it
comes
without
back,
Scottie?
We went. Yes.
No, he couldn't.
I think
there
he
is
get
no
one.
there is no
I
world.
think he'll get one without Scottie.
There is
Not
no world
three.
we live in.
Not 3.
Not 6.
Definitely not 6. But I'm just saying. I think he'll get.
You think he could have got one ring without Scottie?
I think he'll get one on each side. So then, out of the first 3, he would have got one. And out of the second 3, he got one because they had to go through the Pistons. They had to go through the Pistons, and they had to go through Reggie Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once they saw how they was making Reggie cover Mike, and that was making him tired. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was some good coaching in there too. Especially when they had Phil Jackson that time around.
Right.
And Phil was like, no, we're going to run the switch, we pick and roll, and then that way Reggie get on Mike.
That is another point of why I would say LeBron James is the GOAT. Think about this. LeBron James never had a good coach. Spoelstra, not to me, is not a good coach.
No, he came from the mail room. Like,
you know what I mean?
Like promotion.
Yeah, he was promoted. But LeBron James never had Kobe had Phil Jackson. Shaq and Kobe had Phil Jackson. Michael Jordan had Phil Jackson.
Right.
Tim Duncan had Greg Popovich. Doc Rivers, Kevin Garnett, and them had Doc Rivers.
Right.
LeBron James never had a decent coach.
Yeah.
That's another pin in the GOAT conversation.
And when they won it in Cleveland,
Yeah, Mike Brown.
It
Right?
was Mike. No, it was Tyronn Lue first year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because they didn't like Mike Brown. Mike Brown was in there, and they went to the finals. Remember, they lost. And then that's when the next year Tyronn Lue come in first year, and Mike, of course, who was running the locker room then? You know what I'm
LeBron.
saying? Right. But back to your question. You don't sell Last Dance is not as watched as it would have been if anybody else is sitting on that couch.
I want to see a Scottie
besides
documentary
Michael
now.
Jordan.
I want to see a Scottie
Let's
documentary.
do a Scottie Pippen, but at the same time as this, the questions were not leading Mike into. I remember this, and I'll go back and watch it. The questions from the interviewer sometimes have to lead you into a place where you can big up the teammates or big up the team.
Right.
I remember him saying something about my teammates and this, that, and the third. It might not have been 30 minutes worth of accolades, but it was a sentence. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just up there saying me, 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 me. I remember some of what he said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't all negate Scottie didn't do nothing, this, that, and the third. It wasn't.
But it was like, and this is the thing, when it came down to game time, if Scottie didn't show up, the Bulls lost. If Scottie didn't show up,
I would take that in the last three, but the first three,
too,
with the sick Mike and the no,
flu game. Flu game was last three.
No, was the last three?
Yeah, last three was flu game. All right, we're talking about the Trailblazers. It was the Lakers, the Blazers, and then the Suns. The first three. Oh yeah, we know who Robert Parrish is. We just. I mean, that was Bird's team, though. He said,
Robert Parrish, man.
Joe said nobody wants to see a documentary about Robin.
right. It's Batman, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I hate Batman, but that's beside the point, yo.
But you watch it for Batman.
I watch it for the Joker.
That's
I'm
fine.
watching for Bane or watching for the Joker, depending upon which Dark Knight it is.
You ain't watching it for the Joker henchman. You know what I'm saying?
the Joker's bitch. Nah, I ain't watching for that.
The dude who drive the Joker car. That's what we watching it for now. Oh, Joker, you didn't mention me when in the show credits.
Oh man. Do you think Scottie thinks he's bigger than he was? Because I mean, he was a top 50 player of all time.
I think Scottie wanted more recognition in that moment because The Last Dance became like. It's one of them documentaries that it stayed in like the top 10 on Netflix.
You know what documentary was better than I ain't gonna say better than The Last Dance because Last Dance is a longer documentary. Right. But you know it was one hell of a documentary. More Than the Game.
Oh, the one with the college.
The one with LeBron James in high school.
Yeah.
And his homeboys and how they had that little short dude. Yeah. They hit like 6 threes in that game and won because LeBron was out because of the jerseys or whatever he got. That was one bomb. If you haven't seen it, check out More Than the Game.
More Than the Game.
It's a fire documentary. And then I got some jams for y'all. I got some Regulate by Warren G. I got some 3-6 Mafia. Even got some Roots up in here. So y'all keep it locked. And when we get back, we're gonna talk about The Harder They Fall.
Bet.
All right. So y'all keep it locked, man. We'll be back. Y'all do jam.
Shut up, Simo.
Yo, so P.
Yeah.
Yo, let me ask you, man, what was your thoughts on that movie, The Harder They Fall?
Man, listen, man, it was a great entertaining movie. Everybody's in it, from Idris Elba to
Regina King.
And a bunch of stars. Actually, I like the main character because he was in the show that was on. Yeah, man, he was in Lovecraft Country. So. But yeah, so I liked him already, right? Now, your boy that played in Get Out, what's his name? The one that was playing Cherokee Bill. Lakeith Sampson. Okay, so he was good. And I think they picked
when he
the
shot
right
homeboy
people.
in the jaw, man.
Yeah, when he shot homeboy. But I knew he was going to do something like that because
he was smooth
did
with
that
it
earlier in the thing where it was on the train. They was on the stagecoach. So cut the radio off now if you ain't seen it yet. It'll be spoiler alert. But
right, we ain't say who he shot in the cheek.
We ain't say who he shot in the cheek. But anyway, I saw him do that earlier in the show. And he wasn't in the standing off no way. He wasn't going to let you prove that you could just be faster than him. He was going to be faster than you while you thought you was standing there counting down. And I think that was his MO anyway, right?
Right.
But the movie itself, I think the way they had to I think it was a little Tyler Perry-ish with the storyline kind of, because it's like, okay, they had to find a way to bring all none of these people knew each other when they were alive, right? They did not interact.
They were not in the game.
I don't know.
No, they said that. I did some research.
Wait,
on it.
I did some research too.
So-
let me. I'm about to mess you up for a little bit.
So the initial thing is that they were not together. Like Cherokee Bill didn't know Buck. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't run together. All right. So I'll let you talk after a minute. But
You gonna let me talk?
But no, I'm just saying. After I make my point. But I think it was a little rushed with the storyline, like how the girl went in the bar. Like I think there should have been a little bit more hesitation. Like what you mean you gonna go over there and try to negotiate? And then she came out of her mouth with the whole "you lost $25,000." I thought that was a mistake, which I thought was a movie. Like it was like, okay, were you trying to piss him off? Were you trying to? You know what I'm saying? Like it was one of them things where it's like, I don't think she should have said that. You know, and maybe they meant for it to be, but I think it was a little Tyler Perry with how it kind of that was meant to push the story forward, right? To get to the action scene where everybody was gonna fight anyway. So there you go.
I'm gonna mess you up a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead. Now tell me what you found.
Do
Yeah.
you remember the movie The Cherokee Kid
Yeah.
with Sinbad?
Yeah.
Do you remember when he after that white dude died, Burt Reynolds I think was playing him, and then he was in jail with Ernie what's his name, Ernie Hudson,
Okay.
right? And they broke him out of jail. Do you remember what Ernie Hudson's
That's what I
character?
was about to say. Who was Ernie Hudson?
Nat Love.
But that's still
No,
still
wait,
a
No,
story,
wait. No, I'm just getting to the point. I'm getting to the point.
All right,
So
all
then
right,
when they went back and they got with Nat Love's gang, remember Dawn Lewis?
Okay.
She was Stagecoach Mary.
Okay.
Cherokee Bill is the Cherokee Kid. Just a different storyline.
Okay.
So what happened was that The Harder They Fall is nothing but a remake of the Cherokee Kid. The only difference is at the end where he killed his uncle and Cherokee Kid and his brother met face to face.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
brought it up to date.
It's exactly it was almost the same. Like it's not the same storyline by no means. However, they remade the Cherokee Kid because I was like, all they did was change Cherokee Bill, and then they put him with that group, and then they had the James Tarver gang in the Cherokee Kid.
Right.
Which was the like James Corden and all them cats or whatever, right? But when it boils down to it, the heart, soul, essence of that movie was nothing more than the Cherokee Kid.
Well, I feel you in the movie world. I'm just talking about in
the cinematic
real
universe.
life.
Yeah, in the cinematic. I'm
They
talking about
never
in the cinematic
interacted.
universe.
Like they weren't. I think these were the most. The basically what I read was
It was like the Avengers
these
of
are the
Cowboys.
most exactly. These are the most famous people. You put them together and. Somebody's gonna have heard of this one, or like if you go to the movie with your mom or your uncle, right? Your uncle's like, "Oh, I remember a story about him," and you remember a movie about him, and this. So the names are familiar enough to be like, "Okay, I ain't gonna talk to you about Chris the Goat Keeper." You know what I'm saying? Who was that? Ain't nobody ever heard of him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, because the Jim Pickett, Bill Pickett, he was actually he was like the first black cowboy who actually started steer wrestling.
right.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like I did a lot of research on it too. You know what I mean?
Man, had to, man.
But I can't cap. But like when it comes to westerns, I hate westerns.
Yeah.
I hate
I
that
think
one
it has
right
to
there
be
was
done
fire.
like this. It has to be done like this in order to keep, because some westerns can be drawn out. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole lot of dialogue.
Did you
and it's like, what?
Did
It's
you
like,
notice Regina King's Malcolm X move when she was like this, and then she went.
Oh yeah,
Did you see the Malcolm X move?
I noticed that.
She did the Malcolm X
that was
hand.
smooth though. I thought
the
she
Chadwick
was very
Boseman.
smooth.
Oh man,
Yeah,
Trudy.
I thought she
Treacherous
played
Trudy.
that. She played
She
that.
was a beast.
Especially when they got on that train run with the army, the military dude.
And
he held out the key and she was like, I said, you unlock the door. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
the fact that she stood on her horse on the tracks and the train stopped.
Yeah.
She stopped the train.
My man knew. He was like, okay.
And then when he called, and then we about to call it, because they never said
Yes,
they
sir.
never said nigga.
Yes, sir.
But as soon as he almost did, She shot him. He was like,
damn.
he could have been calling us nincompoops. We ain't no nincompoops. I was like, yo, I'm serious. Like, and then she got them eyes, man. You know something about Regina King eyes, man. They not be worshipped by indigenous people.
She got
them eyes, man, are gorgeous. Ever since she was Brenda on 227, it was them eyes, man. Them eyes she'll make me weak with her. I mean, she's the only female that I consider beautiful. That I ain't looking at her body. I'm dead at the eyes.
Yeah, she fire, man.
But the one thing I did have a problem with was all right. So you remember the light skinned chick that was on Atlanta?
Okay. Yep.
All right. So she played. What was her name?
The
Stagecoach Mary.
Stagecoach Mary.
Right. The show Stagecoach Mary. Mm-hmm. She ain't had no business playing Stagecoach Mary.
Right.
They should have had that chick that played Harriet Tubman in that movie Harriet played Stagecoach Mary. Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah.
Number one, she played Celie in the Color Purple play. That's what got her known. And the old girl can sing. But at the end of the day, she would have did a better job playing Stagecoach Mary, I think, than that little pretty girl from because like that girl from Atlanta, man, she's in almost everything now.
Yeah, that's true, and good for her. Shout out to you. The
only problem I got with her jawline too strong, man. She got a man jaw, man. Like that jawline is.
Hey, she was hell with that shotgun, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was.
She was fire with that shotgun.
But the unsung hero of that movie that made that movie dope was Cuffy.
Yeah, true, Cuffy. But I wanted to see more from the young boy that actually got shot.
Oh yeah, I liked him.
He was funny. He was funny.
You know but I think it made me sad because like I loved Cherokee Bill in the movie. I was like, this dude is like my dude, right?
Right.
And then I like Jim Pickett.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Bill Pickett. I like both of them. So them having a standoff was genius to me, and him cheating kind of made me like him less and like so it was. But like at the end of the day, But let me ask you a question about Cuffy, right?
Yep.
It's not even really about Cuffy. Are studs technically transgender?
Nah.
How not?
I think studs are completely in touch with what they got going on. They know they're female. But they act like and dress like and portray and whatever male. I think that's the.
Isn't that transgender?
No, I think because you can make a decision to be transgender. You know what I'm saying?
I think studs were the first transgenders.
Nah, I wouldn't even cross that line. I think that's still a decision that they can make. Anybody, you can walk out of here right now and go down the street and say, "Make me a woman." Right?
Yeah.
Anybody can do that. So why don't they?
But at the same time, they don't.
Young M.A. But one of the most famous studs now is Young M.A.
Right. And do you think? And you don't think she's kind of trans?
But she can go get trans, and she ain't.
You mean by trans? But you mean like the surgery?
And she don't go by he. And see, they whole pronoun thing. They go by she. You know what I'm saying? But they just straight tomboy. You know what I'm saying? It's all good either way. I wouldn't cross. I wouldn't do that though.
You wouldn't say studs and trans are the same thing.
Nah.
Because studs say she. Is that the only thing?
Nah, and they not in a rush to go change their organs and all that kind of stuff. It's a big. That's a.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is though, you don't have to have surgery to be trans. Trust and believe, all them niggas running around here in dresses ain't got no surgery.
No. Transgender, yes you do. That's what you asked about.
Nah. That's the thing. You do not need surgery.
Tranny stood for transvestite. Transvestite are people who dress up in, you're right, in drag and all that kind of stuff. Transgender mean you went down to the 7-Eleven cut-up shop.
Wait. So does that mean Caitlyn Jenner has a vagina?
Yes.
I don't think she got a.
Yes, she do. They put it all in there. That's what. Yes.
Do you think it smells like real? Man, does it smell like spam? Do you think it smells like sausage meat?
Bologna, cheese, egg, ham, 2 all-beef patties, special sauce. You know how they tell you to think about. I'm thinking happy thoughts right now.
Wait. I'm about to Google this. Caitlyn Jenner have a vagina. Someone's gonna look at my joint. Wait.
All right, everybody in the chat. We thinking happy thoughts right now. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. That's my happy place when I get.
Oh, she does.
I told you, bro.
So what does she do?
Huh?
Wait, sources say
You can
that
smash.
she still has her penis.
You can smash, bro.
And then she said that she had the surgery.
You can smash, bro. If
You
you
see,
wanted
he
to.
says Caitlyn still has her ball. That's what they're saying in the chat.
Bro, the people in the chat don't know nothing, man.
Nah. They say Caitlyn still. Wait, it's torn. Some say she still got her winky wound. Some say she don't.
Listen, man. If you, Caitlyn, wherever you are, whatever you got.
No, but my question though is like I always wondered though, does because studs they portray themselves as men, they dress up like men.
True.
They in some cases demand to be treated as men. And in those cases, would you say they were transgender?
Nah, let me tell
What about
you.
the ones
let me
that
tell
take
you why.
T pills?
Let me tell you this. Because this is levels to all that. That's why
There's levels to it.
That's why you got 12 letters over there. LGBTQEFGHW. You know what I'm
Elemental P.
saying? Elemental P. Because there's levels to it. You know, there's an L, there's a B. You know what I'm saying? So that community is just really about understanding the differences between all of the above. You know what I mean? So
Look at you trying to be all professional
and what? No,
and accept.
but I'm saying because my daughter's queer. You know what I'm saying?
Queer?
So yeah,
What does
that's
queer
the
mean?
Q. That's the Q.
Because we used to not be able to say queer.
That's the
Now
Q.
now it's a Q.
Right.
All right. So what is queer? What's the difference between queer
Queer
and gay?
is kind of undecided. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you might have a stint where you like boys. You might have now. Okay, we doing girls
Bisexual.
now. Or no, but bisexual means that's active. You know what I'm saying? Today I go to the club. I might dance with a guy and a girl and take them both home. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm truly, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
So queer likes one at a time, and
Queer-
bisexual likes
yeah,
them both.
Queer is a little undecided. It's like a little like, okay, I'm over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's probably a better definition if we Google it.
Hey, I think we might as well go ahead and just add S, like LGBTQ IAS for straight. Because I mean, basically, that's the only thing that's missing.
Well,
it's
yeah,
heterosexual.
Well, no, because they call that something now. They call it
Well,
where
you know
you
what?
just like.
Let me tell you, I'm mad about something though. I'm gonna tell you what I am mad about. How the fact
Okay.
that I am labeled a cis man.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
okay.
remember back in the day we used to
What
call
is this going
we used to
on?
call gay dudes sissies. Remember back when gay dudes was called sissies?
Right.
And now you're gonna take that and flip it back on us and call us cis men?
Okay. I can see you being upset.
I'm
like
upset
that.
about that. I'm
Yeah,
upset
'cause
about that.
You a cis man.
I'm a cis man.
You a cis man, buddy.
No, like I tried, man. You know what my daddy would say if I called him a cis man?
You a cis man.
He like, you a
No,
cis man,
You
punk.
a cis man, punk. Right.
But
now
nah.
y'all going back and forth complimenting each other.
So
Don't even know it.
So this is the thing, though. So you know about Joe Budden, right? And how he came out as bisexual.
Wait. Where you getting this stuff from, man?
Joe Budden Source podcast. He confirmed that he's bisexual. He likes
Joe
dudes.
Budden.
Joe Budden. Nigga, Joe Budden.
I think he's trying to sell something, man. Did he say, hey, I'm bisexual,
Yes.
but look, my album dropping on the 12th.
Nah, he just
Don't
said,
go-
he said I like dudes and girls. That's what he
Oh
said.
my God.
Yeah, so
we
Joe
need to
Budden.
start doing that with our comedy shows. Like, hey, guess what?
I ain't doing that.
I like Whoppers instead of Big Macs.
Oh,
Come on,
okay. Yeah,
like-
that's better.
Oh, controversy. HL and Paul like Whoppers.
pump it up. No, but this is the question that I have too. All right, can a man be bisexual?
It's two sexes, ain't it?
Yeah, but I mean, once you go to the other side, you're just gay, right?
No, bisexuals actively bisexually yourself.
My thing is, all right. There's a thing called homosexuality, right?
Yep.
I didn't make that up. I didn't read it in no. It's actual term that states men that sleep with other men are homosexual, right? So once
I got
you sleep,
a parallel for you.
so
Go
once
ahead.
you sleep with another man, aren't you homosexual? Even if you sleep with other women on the side,
Nope.
being that you are actively smashing dudes, aren't you homosexual?
No.
So now
No, there's a term for that
smashing a
now.
dude So now smashing a dude doesn't make you gay.
There's a term for that now. Hey, guess what? Before Wegmans, there was Food Line and Winn-Dixie.
Still a grocery store though.
But people didn't like Food Line and Winn-Dixie, so they made a Wegmans.
But they didn't stop calling Food Line a grocery store. They still call Wegmans and Food Line grocery stores.
There's more. Then there became Publix. You know what I'm saying? Like,
still a grocery store.
What I'm saying is there was a term for that.
Grocery store.
It was homosexual when you want to do your same sex. But if you actively are having sex with men and women, you are now bisexual. It's a term. They made a store just for you.
Yeah, but I think that's just. I mean, that's bisexual is nothing but homosexual.
Now,
there's an aspect of there's an aspect of homosexuality and bisexuality.
And I'm a math teacher, so the 2 is not 3. 3 is 3, and 2 is 2.
Yeah, but still,
bi means 2.
You smashing
2 sexes. I actively have sex with 2 sexes.
So when he's smashing a dude, does that make him homosexual?
No.
So smashing
if he says today, I only want to smash men, I am homosexual.
But if he says, I'm going to smash these 8 dudes today and tomorrow I'm going to hit this girl off,
I'm bisexual.
No. I refuse to accept that.
Why?
Because the thing is, it's like, it's impossible. It's
one
gay.
Is one, 2 is 2.
I'm not demonizing his actions or his thoughts. I'm just saying.
All right, check this out. What's a train? How many people you need for a train?
A train? You mean like running around somebody?
Yep.
You need 2 dudes and 1 girl to run a train.
That's 3 people. That's 3 people.
Right.
That's a threesome.
That's a train.
There's a term for that.
That's
now.
A train. A threesome is when you have a chick with.
I do seminars on Sunday for anybody that want to come through. 3 is 3 people. Threesome. There is a term.
A train is 3 or more.
A dictionary was
dudes
made for this.
Running through the same chick.
You add if it's more than 3 people, it is now a train.
If it's 2 or more, it's a train. If it's 2 dudes and one, if it's 2 dudes and 1 chick, then it's a train.
Sorry, man.
But if it's 2 chicks and 1 dude, it's a threesome.
Sorry, man. Sorry. That is a threesome.
What? 2 dudes?
3 people is a threesome. 2 dudes, 2 women, 1 man.
It also depends. Like, we got out of time, man. Go ahead and say goodbye.
Man, spread love, not war, man. It's Big P. I'm out. And Sweet Pea said, "What's up, man?"
Spread love, not war.
You flipped it around.
I'm done. Hey, y'all, man, love each and every one of y'all. Y'all take care. Have a great day.
Watch the replay on YouTube.
Y'all be breezy.
Take the risk test at